Hi. People often ask me how long does it take to get really good at public speaking. And now, before I answer that question, I have to talk about what's the criteria for good. Because sometimes I feel people put a high standard, something unachievable, and to me that doesn't make sense. You have to set the standard low enough for you to be able to succeed at something, and also high enough to help you strive towards something. And for me, the bar for being good as a public speaker is one, can you be human in front of other people? Now, I know that's like a crazy thing to say, but I bet you anything, the moment you get in front of a group, you become a totally different person. I see people who are normal, who are casual, and they talk and they chat and they laugh, and all of a sudden they get in front of a camera or in front of people and they go, "Good afternoon." And all of a sudden they become robots. Now, the first criteria is to be human. Can you be human in front of that camera, in front of your audience? If you can, then that's a check mark. The second thing that you want to check on is, can you express yourself fully in front of an audience? Can you express a complete thought? So many people get in front of an audience and in private they have all these ideas that are fleshed out and they thought through it, sounds great. The moment they open their mouth in front of an audience, that all vaporizes, it goes away, and they mumble and jumble the words and they ramble on and ends up doesn't make any sense. Now, so that's a good criteria to know if you're a good public speaker. So first is, are you human in front of others? Second, can you complete your thoughts? And the third one is, are you physically expressive? Because body language is a language, and it adds to the context, it adds to the meaning of what you're saying. And if you're not communicating with your body in front of an audience, then that's lacking and that's not good enough. You need to start communicating with your body, because imagine if I just talk like this and I have no expression in my face or my body language. Now, it might work if I am doing a spiritual retreat, but for corporate presentations, for speaking to the general public, for speaking to people who are not in the spiritual community, you need to be more engaging. You need to be more engaged physically to engage them as well. Makes sense? So it's like, to me, to be a good speaker, there are three criterias. One is human, two is complete thoughts, three is physically engaging. Now, anything beyond that, that's a bonus. So that's what it takes to be a good public speaker. Now, can you become better than that? Of course. Beyond that, you can start looking at your effectiveness as a communicator, at your persuasive and influence ability, at your ability to touch the audience and motivate them and move them at a deeper level. Now, that comes with higher skill level. How long would it take you to become that good or a master influencer? That takes time. Just like anything worthwhile in life, it just takes time. There's a book called The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson, and he talks about how success in anything takes a really long time of doing small, mundane improvements. And over time, these mundane improvements, they compound to something that's big, that's huge, that people recognize as success. Same thing applies to public speaking. I suggest that you look at your public speaking ability and break it down into smaller groups first. Maybe the first group is storytelling. Can you improve your storytelling just a little bit every single week? Second bucket is delivery. Can you improve your delivery skills just a little bit every single week? How about the third bucket is structure? Can you structure your thoughts really well? If you can improve that 1%, just a little bit every single week. And the final one is being able to improvise and think on your feet if you can improve that just one little bit every single week. Now, if you take all these 4 and you compound them every single week, just by taking a class maybe once a week, now over a year, that's 52 classes. If the class is 1 hour, that's 52 hours more than anybody in your peer group have done. And compounded over 52 hours, these skills are gonna be are gonna show up really big in your ability and also in your public speaking skills. And that's, I think, what it would take to get really good at public speaking. And compound that over years, then you can become a totally different person within just few years of compounding these skills. And that's what I would recommend if you want to improve your public speaking skills, if you want to get good at it, and if you want to get good at it the fastest possible way. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to answer more questions in future videos. Thank you for checking in.